Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Tamam Lab. I'm not coming to you today with another lesson. But first and foremost, I would love to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the name of who people ignorantly call God, and Yahweh Shai being the name of who people ignorantly call Jesus. Shalom to the sincere Akim and Aqua throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching and believing in this word, in sincerity and faith. And double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well in sound doctrine, man. What brothers want to get into today is further clarifying who the Apostle Paul was explicitly speaking to, only speaking to, man. Because what the Christian church tries to do is basically, from what I see, is open up salvation to everybody, basically through misinterpreting and flipping, a lot of his books, man. When it's pretty clear once you actually, it's pretty clear that he was speaking to Israelite foreigners, man. Because Gentiles is clearly, when it's speaking of, when it's referring to salvation and, brethren and things of that nature, he was only referring to, men of, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And what we're going to do is just prove it, because, yeah, he was given the gospel of the uncircumcision, he was the guy for that. Let's get that. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 2, verse 7. But contrariwise, when they saw that the gospel of the uncircumcision was committed unto me, as the gospel of the circumcision was committed to Peter. So what's the gospel of the uncircumcision? The gospel of the uncircumcision is Israelite foreigners, man. Israelites that's dwelling in, away from the Holy Land, growing up, kind of indoctrinated by other customs and not really being in tune with, the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. It was common for Israelite foreigners to refer to themselves as citizens of the countries they resided in throughout, Europe, Asia, and Africa, because in the captivity, the Greek captivity, which was the captivity directly before the Roman captivity, it was illegal to refer to yourself as a Jew or to keep the laws, man. And we can prove that. This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts or to profess himself at all to be a Jew, man. Let's look at some of the punishments and how extreme it was to hold fast, to openly, perform, or to openly, openly exercise your culture, openly, perform customs, openly keep your customs. This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 60. At which time, according to the commandments, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. And they hanged the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them, man. So yeah, man, these were the punishments done to the women, man, for just circumcising their children. So imagine what they were doing to the men. So yeah, so that further stripped us away from our heritage, being in that captivity, man, and it led to us taking on to the title of the Greek, the Roman, the Ethiopian, the this, the that, the third, that's what basically led to that. That's what basically led to Paul being the long story short, being the apostle of the Gentiles. And we can get that real quick. So the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, and as much as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office. Because, yeah, Paul was the best man for the job. He was well-cultured, well-spoken in many languages, and someone who commanded a certain level of respect with Gentiles and natural-born Israelites. So it only made sense that he was one of the forerunners of bidding Israelite foreigners back to the marriage, man. But let's prove that his audience was clearly Israelite foreigners, man, by the scriptures. This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record, and let's read that slower. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel, not everybody, Israel, is that they might be saved. Because they're the only people that can be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Con. He probably saw, Israelites walking around in the togas. It's probably Israelites eating raw meat. It's probably Israelites, keeping all types of different crazy ass customs of these heathen nations because of, being indoctrinated, man, being stripping away of your heritage, man. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 7, proving that he was clearly talking to Israelite foreigners. Yeah. 978. Yeah, 978. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Con. And who are the children of the promise? We can get that real quick. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. But let's get this though. Verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, clearly indicating that his audience was a group of men that descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Clearly, man. Let's get this. This is the book of Romans. This is the book of Romans. Let's just stay here. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, man, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. Come, man. I know I already read that, but I just, let's get this. Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then have the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High, man. Con, man. Con, I don't know if you didn't notice that he was calling his audience saints, man. He was calling his audience saints in Corinthians. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? The saints shall judge the world, right? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matter? So he called his audience saints, right? Who are the saints? Who are the saints? This is the book of Psalms. Because you got to go precept upon precept, man. Line upon line, word to word, here a little, there a little. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, that those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, man. He has not done so with any other nation, man. Come on, man. This is the book of Psalms. It's not the only one. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 148. Chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh, man. Come, man. These are his saints, man. Let's get this. Let's get this. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 7. To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, called to be saints, grace to you and shalom from our power, our Father, Salakia, and the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. Come on, man. And then let's get this. Most importantly, this is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh with eternal glory. He endures all things for the elect's sake. Who are the elect, man? Who are the elect? Let's get this. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 7, verse 4. Let's get this. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of Israel, man. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000, and so forth and so on, man. Come on, man. It's only referring to Israel, man. But let's get this. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 7, verse 9. Let's get this in the blue letter, though. Let's get this in the blue letter. The blue letter gonna go crazy. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hand. Come on. Let's get this. Kindred, a tribe. In the New Testament, all the persons descended from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, man. Strictly, man. So if we establish that the 144,000 is of the tribe of Israel, and the 1/3 of the Israelites, the 1/3 is the Israelites of the Lord. The Israelites is the Lord. It's like it. The 1/3 is the Israelites that the Lord is going to be coming. Is going to be coming from Babylon, right? Pursuing Zechariah chapter 13, verses 8 and 9. It's safe to say that all Paul was doing was trying his best through the Holy Spirit, to bring Israelite foreigners back to their heritage, man, because salvation is only for Israel, man, and we can prove that. Because we know what we worship over here, man. Through the elder, spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and it's 100% doctrine starting with, the elders and apostles of GMS, man. This is the book of St. John, chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews. So with that being said, man, I pray this lesson is edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakwadash. And say shalom to the sincere, shalom to the hopeful elect, man. Y'all should all be close. We real close, man. Shalom.